Morning, friends, and welcome back to first grade. Today is Thursday, and today is April 9th, 2020, and it is our last day before our spring break. So tomorrow there will be no video and there will not be any work because tomorrow is a holiday celebrated by some. It's Good Friday, and then over the weekend it will be Easter if you celebrate, and you'll have off from school that whole week. So you won't have to do any assignments. So just take that time to spend time with your family and relax. And then we're going to get back to work on Monday, the 20th. It's going to be working from home still, but we're still hopeful that eventually we'll be back in the classroom. But for now, we're just going to have to make do with everything that we have going for us now, which is online learning. So today, on April 9th, the last day before we finish for our spring break, I would love to host a Zoom. So I'm going to do that at 9:30, and we can go over the math lesson. So we'll talk about that more a little bit when we get to the math portion. Today is day 19 in your contingency packet. So for your foundations today, you're going to actually sort sentences by adding the correct punctuation. So some of the sentences are going to need question marks, and some of the sentences are going to need periods. Okay, and some of them might even need exclamation points. That's for you to decide. Okay, so you're going to do that. For your drill sounds today, yesterday I think we went over the first two rows. Today we'll go over these two rows. So if you could repeat after me, the first one is O-I, coin, oi. O-Y, boy, oi. O-A, boat, o. O-E, toe, o. O-W, snow, o. And last but not least, we have O-W, plow, ow. So this one right here makes two different sounds. So be sure to look out for those when you're reading, and those can definitely help you with some tricky words. So today for your reading, you're going to do a cause and effect with the story. The story is called If You Give a Dog a Donut. It's sort of the same as if you give a mouse a cookie. So you're going to read through that, and then you're going to say what happens and the effect of that happening. Okay? For your writing today, your prompt says, if you could only eat one food for every meal, every day, what would it be and why? Okay, so what meal would you never get tired of eating? What would you choose? And you should write at least 2 sentences, maybe even more if you can. So for our math lesson today, it's topic 11, lesson 1. And this is what we finished with right before we left for our remote learning. So we are now getting into double-digit subtraction. So we did double-digit addition, and now we're getting into double-digit subtraction. So for this first lesson, you're just going to be subtracting tens. Okay, so you can do the same thing as we did with adding these double-digit numbers. You could think about 7 minus 1 when you're solving 70 minus 10. Okay, you kind of just take those zeros away. And this might be fresh in your brain from what we did when we were in the classroom together. So I would love for you guys to bring this math work with you to our Zoom lesson today. And that way, I can even possibly show the learning bridge video that goes with this lesson, and we could solve these problems together. You guys did pretty well with this in the classroom, so I don't think you'll need any help. But it'll just be nice to get together and see you guys before we don't see each other again for a whole week. So if anyone has any issues getting onto Zoom, please let me know because I'd love everyone to get on. I'm sure the kids are anxious to see all of their friends. So please let me know if there's a time that works better for you, or if you can't figure out the Zoom, please just let me know because this is new for all of us. So I definitely want to help you guys get on to Zoom. And then you have these 2 supplementary worksheets, which is just going to be the same thing, and we'll go over those again during our Zoom lesson. And for science day, you just have 1 page. You're going to look at the patterns of daylight. So the daylight, we've talked about this in the classroom, the sun is different in all of the seasons, and it sets at different times. So in the winter, it sets at the earliest time. In the spring, it starts to set a little bit later, like around this time of the year, it's setting around 7:30-ish. And then in the summer, it sets a lot later, around 8:30. And then in the fall, it sets a little bit earlier, but not as early as winter. When you're finished reading this, it says work with a partner. You can just do this by yourself. Use evidence to explain the patterns of daylight during the year. So you can just write a sentence about something you noticed about the sun pattern. Okay, something about what time you notice it setting, or how you notice it's changing, something like that. And that's going to wrap up our science for the whole school year, friends, because we're done with the marking period 3. We're going to begin marking period 4 when we come back from our break, and that's going to take us back to social studies. So that will be the last thing we do in science, which is pretty sad, but that's okay. You'll have it again in 2nd grade. So again, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. I hope to see you at 9:30 today for our Zoom. And if not, if you can't log on, that's fine. I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy the time off with your family. Have a great one.